Chef's Knives booth. We're going to show you some of the new stuff. We actually have quite a few new models. This is only a selection. We're just going to jump right in. The first one that I want to show is kind of an Ulu-style knife. This is one that was designed by Leo Espinosa, president of Tops. If you follow us, you know that he designs most of our stuff. Basically, what he was trying to do with this was combine a chef's knife with a cleaver. But he wanted that handle kind of inset into the blade a little bit. So it was designed really as a kitchen tool. We see a lot of guys that'll be using this for hunting as well. With that Ulu-style blade, I mean, it's perfect for skinning, taking down animals. It'll be great for vegetables. It'll be great for food prep, pretty much all around. You know, it was built to do the pinch grip that you get on a standard chef's knife, but you've got the blade directly below your hand. It's easy to cut, especially smaller vegetables, celery, carrots, Roma tomatoes, things like that. You can cut all the way through before it even hits your hand. So pretty cool little design. We're looking to do this out of a 440C stainless steel so that we can keep the price down as much as possible, because it's a large piece of steel, not thick but wide. So really cool design. Look for this one probably towards the end of the year. Kind of along the same lines. It's another kitchen knife. So the dice are 8. We showed this off last year. It's pretty much ready to go. We have the blades, we have the handles all ready. What we are missing still is blade covers. Obviously we can't just send it out like this. So we're gonna get some blade covers made for these, most likely wood. So it'll be really a nice kitchen tool. This is going to be the first one that comes out as the chef's knife. About an 8-inch blade, S35 VN steel, so premium steel on this one. 3/32 on the spine, which is going to mean that you got a really nice sharp edge on these things. Blue and black G10 handles that are pretty thick and well-rounded for a really comfortable fit. The handle, actually, when you do the pinch grip on this, is still in your hand. This just kind of melts in when you grab that as a chef's knife. Really cool design. It will be released right off the bat with a paring knife, this is the Dicer 3, we're calling that. It's about a 3-inch blade, roughly. This one is going to come out with the chef's knife. You can buy them as a set or buy them separate. Along the lines, we're going to add to the set. So you'll have at some point you'll have a slicer, a bread knife, steak knives. It'll be a full kitchen set at some point. But to begin with, those two. Moving back outside of the kitchen, this one I'm pretty excited about because it's part of our, what was our employee design challenge. So this is our 3rd year in a row now doing this, where we give our employees a challenge and say, design this type of knife. They all go out, draw something up, something that they would use, they turn it in, and then we kind of vote on which one we like the best. This year, it was EDC. So we're looking for a small EDC fixed blade. This one was designed by a guy in our shipping department. His name's Martin. Really cool guy. Really passionate. Loves fishing. He enjoys hunting, likes camping, likes the outdoors. So a lot of you guys are thinking, well, my EDC is a folder. Well, that's just not necessarily how we do things here. So he made his to work as, you know, a good knife if he's going to go off and go fishing for a day, or if he's going to be in town and always cutting his boxes. Really cool little knife. Burlap handles. The prototype here is out of 1095, but we're looking at probably doing this in 154 cm, so it'll be a good stainless option. I like this one a lot. I don't know what it is about Japanese designs that I just like them. Sushi knives, kiridashis, natas. They have this style that I really like. This is kind of the Tops version of a Nata, which is a Japanese blade. What I think about is 100 years ago, what would an EDC look like for somebody? And this is kind of what I picture. You know, it's great for, they use Natas for pruning, gardening, clear and brush, you know, upkeep on houses, things like that. It's basically, this was your EDC tool 100 years ago. Leo, basically, we had a friend of ours send us a traditional Japanese Nata, and Leo looked at it and said, hey, you know what, that's really cool, but we're gonna make it our style. So what you'll notice about this is it's not chisel ground. Most Japanese knives, including Natas, typically have a chisel grinding. It's only on one side. We did our standard, you know, the standard American bevel, if you will. Burlap handles on this one as well. We're looking at either doing this this acid rain finish or possibly a black powder coat. Yeah, this one will be available probably mid-year, maybe third quarter. If you know anything about the outdoors community, you probably have heard of Matt Graham. He is he's a primitive skills kind of guy. Spends lots and lots of time out just in the wilderness. The guy basically lives in the wilderness. He has a hut that I think he spent 6 months in this year in the middle of the desert in southern Utah. I don't think he used a car in over 6 months. Probably didn't spend money on anything. The guy just lives off the land. Just a really knowledgeable guy. Last year we did a knife called the Little Bugger. Very, very popular. It was a little EDC knife, kind of a Warncliffe style blade. And this year what he wanted to do was a bit of a bigger knife, more of a machete style, but he didn't want it to be a chopper. He didn't want something like, you know, the Nata. He didn't want a 1/4 inch piece of steel. He wanted something light that he could take wherever he goes. He's kind of minimalist that way. So this thing is made out of 1/8 inch 1095 tan canvas micarta handles. It's going to have an old school styled leather sheath, kind of primitive, where you'll tuck it into your belt and it just has kind of a knob that will stick on your belt. I'm pretty excited about this one. Nice leaf shape. It'll be good for you know, like standard machete type tasks, or if you kind of choke back a little bit, you can get a little more leverage. So that one will be really good this year. Another guy kind of big in the survival community with a bit of a different style is EJ Snyder. This guy, rather than minimalist, he likes everything big, heavy, as crazy as he can make it. So the SXB, you probably know, we've been selling that for about, I think, 3 years now. Very, very popular. What EJ wanted to do with this knife was more of a companion for the SXB. So if you're carrying that blade around, it's 1/4 inch. You got about a 7.5 inch handle, or a 7.5 inch blade. You know, a 5 or 6 inch handle. Just a big piece of steel, great for taking down just about whatever you want. But he wanted something to go along with it that wasn't that same, you know, that looked the same, but that wasn't as big and heavy. So we shrunk this down to about a 4.5 inch blade, reworked the handle so that it would work for an EDC style knife. Same finishes as the SXB, so black powder coat, black linen micarta handles. It's going to take a Kydex sheath rather than a nylon sheath, and we'll be releasing this one pretty early this year. So keep an eye out for that one. One of the things I like that we do a lot of is small, simple blades. This one is one that has no frills. It's just a EDC hideaway kind of tool. So for the guys out there that don't need anything flashy, they just need a cutting tool, but they need something strong. Maybe they need a self-defense knife, this kind of last-ditch type knife. This thing is going to be perfect. It's 1/4 inch thick, 1095 black powder coat. Like I said, no frills. But what's cool about this is all of the edges, all the way from here clear around the entire handle are given a bit of a bevel. They're a little bit radiused, so when you put this in your hand and you close that in, it's comfortable. It doesn't feel like most skeletonized knives do, where they kind of dig in unless you cord wrap them. This thing, like, if I was going to carry one of these, I don't think I'd wrap it at all. It's that comfortable. So it's something that we should be able to keep a pretty low price point on, probably $100 retail, maybe sub 100. It's going to take a Kydex sheath, something low profile, so it can be carried concealed if needed. Last but not least, the last one that I want to talk about today is our Tex Creek 20th Anniversary Edition. So last year we did the 20th Anniversary Tracker. We did one run, 500 pieces, that was that. And the next model in the 20th Anniversary line is the Tex Creek. This one, we're doing the same thing. One run, 500 pieces, once they're gone, they're gone. This one is going to be made out of CPM 154 steel. It's got red and black carbon fiber handles, white liners, and then black micarta on the bottom. So what you get is a very, very full grip on this handle, but it's very well contoured, nice and round, super comfortable in the hand. You know, quality steel. It's going to have a two-color Kydex sheath with a leather dangler on it. So it's got the frills that a 20th anniversary model should have, but it's still made to be a tool that you can take out and just beat on. So look for this one probably next month. And number 36, it's mine. So as always, we appreciate you guys stopping by. Any questions you have, reach out to us, let us know, and enjoy the rest of the show.
If you like what you've seen today and you'd like to see more, like the video below, subscribe to our YouTube channel feed, and follow us on social media for updates on all new products.